Welcome to Sold Sistas podcast. I'm your girl LaTrease.
I'm Future, and this is my daughter, Destiny.
Hi.
You guys have heard me talk about Destiny on past episodes. She is the young real estate extraordinaire who jumped out of high school and got her license.
And that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. We are going to talk about real estate as a young agent. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're stressing Destiny out.
So first question we have for you is, how did you get introduced to real estate, and what inspired you to pursue a career in real estate straight out of high school?
So my mom definitely influenced me the most. I just seen her doing it a lot, and I won't say it's like I knew exactly, like, even like my senior year, like exactly what did I want to do. I was really like sitting and thinking, and I just decided, like, yeah, I think I might like it. I want to try it out, see if it'll be a good fit. I mean, she was really successful at it, and she really likes it a lot. So
You want to see what was going on?
basically,
How do you like it thus far?
I do like it. I do like it a lot.
What do you like about it, and what don't you like about it? Let's see if she's going to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay, so what do I like? I like the paychecks. I like the paychecks for sure. I like the freedom, but at the same time, but what I do and don't like at the same time is, like, you're kind of like your own boss. So like I obviously have her, like, she helps me a lot, but you have to really be like kind of self-motivated a little bit.
You have to be self-motivated a lot of it.
Yeah, you got to be like responsible and everything, and so it's kind of one of those things, like, you get what you put into it.
Yeah.
For sure. So another question, what are some of the challenges that you would say that you faced and overcame as a young realtor?
Okay, so I'll say right off bat, it's kind of like you really got to get really good at the small talk and like talking to people, and like it seems easy, which is not really hard to get used to after a while. Like, you will get used to it quick, but it's like one of those things where it's like you got to really be able to kind of be a people's person a little bit, like, to be a good realtor and, like, have your clients be comfortable with you. You don't want to seem like y'all have, like, it's just so transactional, I guess.
Right.
That's a good response. I like that.
That was a great response.
So what would you say some of the advantages are of starting your career so young?
Okay, I will say it's definitely more simple than college for sure. I'll say still, I would say that because just like stuff that I hear, like my friends and the stuff they be talking about, I just don't have to worry about or go through really. So
that's definitely an advantage.
yeah.
I'm trying to get her to grasp the fact that no, you don't have to worry about some of the challenges that they're going through right now in school in regards to a paper being due. Me and LaTrease both are highly educated women, so we both thought that what did you think you were going to do?
So initially I thought I was going to be a pediatric nurse. First I thought
That would have been good for you.
I was going to be a pediatrician, then it was a pediatric nurse, then it was an occupational therapist, then it was an anesthesiologist, then it was, I don't know. It was, just I'm going to get my MBA and I'm going to do something with business because that's what I kept going back to.
Right.
Like sales or business, although I kept trying to run away from it.
Right.
I just always it was like a magnet, kept pulling me back in.
I thought I was going to be a lawyer. I ended up getting a master's in business when I should have just went to law school, but that's another story. We'll talk about that at a later date. But you don't have to worry about like the challenges of having a paper due by a certain date. But eventually next year, you'll have to worry about if you actually make money or not. Like now you're making money. You've been doing a good job. You've consistently been closing, but you're still my baby. So you don't have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
It hit different when you got real responsibilities because it's do or die. If you don't close a deal, you can't pay your bills.
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
So yeah, my situation is a little different too, like from other people that are just like starting off with real estate, because yeah.
Do the time by see, I don't have kids. I don't don't have to go as hard. Say it, Destiny.
has
I don't
grace.
have kids.
I don't have to
work
go
as hard.
But she
We
works,
live two totally different lives.
well, she does work hard. She
She
works
said
hard.
they're not like us. Okay, so another question. How would you say that you manage your time between work and having a personal life, being able to hang with your friends that are in school or any ongoing education or whatever other, things that you're actively involved in?
I mean, if I'm being honest, for me personally, it is easy to manage because it's like, even like, okay, like sometimes my friends like can't believe that I have work. Like, you got to go show some houses, or you got to open house like on the weekend. Like, you really got work on the weekend too. But it's like, okay, I can go do a whole open house, do a couple showings, and then like later on that day, I can still like go out at like 5 or something. Like, it's really pretty easy to manage, honestly. Like, work doesn't really get in the way like that.
How do you handle actually like time blocking for new clients? How do you handle time blocking to get new clients and following up with your prospective clients?
Mm-hmm.
How has that been for you?
It looks
What
like there's a little shade in that question.
like for real. I mean, I do the stuff that you tell me to do. Like lately, I've been like trying to like write the letters and stuff like that. I need to do like I kind of do need to do better when it comes to my time blocking. I
Don't
feel
we all?
yeah, like it's something that I feel like I really need to like commit to, and then once I commit to and get kind of used to it, it'll be easier. But it's real estate is one of those things like if you don't time block or you don't got some type of structure, you kind of might get stressed out a little bit quick because it's kind of a lot of things going on at once. You got clients calling you, all types of stuff during the day that you got to handle.
Can we do a story time? Speaking of writing letters,
Like I was thinking about that.
Okay, we can
can
do a
we
story
tell
time.
the people the first like negative, because you've been having a lot of positive
Yeah.
interactions with your clients. People have been very impressed with you. They even reach out to me like when you worked with referral people I referred over to you, or even your own clients, how Antoinette handled you and how excited she was about purchasing a home. And when you've done showings for me, even when you've done showings for other agents within like the rec or the elevated collective, everybody always talks about Destiny's a great showing agent. She's so professional, very well spoken, how great of a job you do. So Destiny had her first negative encounter with a client on Friday. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, I had a client. I guess I can't get too, with names and stuff, but I had a client that was like my first client. He was cool. This was the first weird thing he ever did ever. Like he was really like cool the whole time throughout the whole process. He didn't give me any problems. He was really easy to like work with and deal with. So of course, like when I'm thinking about, writing letters to my past clients, I'm like, okay, he's gonna be one of the first people.
Mhm.
So I wrote him a letter, and I'm not even going to lie, it wasn't even all like lovey-dovey. It wasn't at all. It was kind of like very much generic and thank you. Like it was very much, that. So I mail it. He got it really quick. I'm confused why he calling me. I'm like, he got the letter already. I'm thinking he finna say thank you. No, he calls me on the phone and he's like upset and I'm confused. I'm like, Thomas, we are.
We'll cut his name. Okay, say it over.
Okay. So he called me on the phone. I'm like confused. I think he's gonna say thank you. I'm like, okay, so what's up? He's calling me. He's like really upset. So I'm like immediately confused, but I'm like, let me try and hear what he has to say. I just hear him saying, I don't want to, you sent me a letter, right? I'm like, yeah, I sent you a letter. He was like, isn't after, you close, isn't the transaction over with? So I'm like, something like that. And then he was like, I don't want to lose my family over this.
Wait, what?
That's what he said to her.
And I'm instantly confused because I'm 19 years old. This man is like 40 something.
That man is in his 60s.
60s. It's not even like Idris Elba type. like, or how you
He like a regular
older guy.
60.
It's nothing wrong with it, but he's not 40. He's 60. He's older than my stepdad for sure. Like, wait.
Oh, okay.
So I hear, and then I'm listening more, and I'm hearing a wife in the back scream, and I'm like, what is going on with them? They are chaotic. She's like, this is so unprofessional. I'm calling your company. I'm trying to explain to him, like, Thomas, I sent out like 10 letters to all my clients. Like, it was like not a personal thing at all. And then I started to get frustrated a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, Thomas, I'm 19 years old. Thomas, how old are you? He keeps on trying. He's like, let me talk. I had to hang up. I'm sorry. I'm just instantly confused. That kind of had me irritated, but I got over it.
It had everybody irritated because I sent him a text message because it was my referral.
Mhm.
And it was a lender's referral to me that I handed over to Destiny. It was easy deal, something light that she can handle. But I met him. I went to the inspection. Like, I walked her through this transaction. So I sent him a message and asked him to give me a call because I've instructed everybody on my team. We've just been doing like great. I'm going to talk to you about great prospecting Monday through Thursday. So they've all been writing letters. I've written a couple letters. We've been doing like the whole team thing. I listened to what he had to say. He kept saying the same thing. I don't want to lose my family. I'm like, that girl is 19, right? Yeah,
He
yeah.
thought she was a sugar baby.
Yeah, I know but after the transaction is over and his wife was in the background like, I have a nephew who sells real estate. And once the transaction is over, he doesn't contact his clients. I said, your nephew does not make as much money as me. I guarantee you that because he should be contacting his clients.
And if that's the case,
off,
why your nephew didn't help you out?
Right.
Another thing, what I was gonna say,
right.
Do you even have a nephew, or you clearly don't think he's that good,
right?
Because you didn't use him.
Because you didn't use him. She's hang up the phone on her. Oddly enough, he did not hang up. He let me finish, and I just told him like, we weren't trying to be disrespectful. I'm sorry if that caused some friction in your household. I'll make sure that we don't contact you anymore. But reaching out for the client appreciation picnic, sending a thank you letter, following up after the deal closes, are things that all you guys should be doing after you close the deal with the client.
Because it's not transactional. And the reality is, it's some shit in the game. Y'all got something else going on.
Yeah.
It's some insecurities.
Yeah.
And bloopers, whatever his name is, he out here living life. Because otherwise, why are you
they
so
called
mad?
The lender and everything, and the lender called me like, hey, they just called talking. I thought he was calling about maybe his monthly payment went up or something. He's calling about Destiny sending him a letter, and I'm explaining to him like that's what realtors do. And he brought up the picnic, and he sponsored. He did a sponsorship with the picnic, so he knew about it first. And he like, that's what they do every year. It's a very nice event. You should have went. It was just very bizarre, but I was tickled by it. I was upset. The mother in me was upset because this is my baby, but the team leader me, I was very tickled. Like, y'all see, I'm still laughing about it.
So he was confused too when I invited him to the picnic.
Oh, they were very confused about the invite to the picnic.
You
tried to the client appreciation picnic.
You tried to have that man come on a date. That's what his wife said. She want to have a picnic with you at the park
because I would never want to go on a date with this man. Like, I'm irritated a little bit.
So y'all actually jumped ahead because that was actually the next question: memorable deals, and I think that was a great story about a memorable deal that has closed, and what you learned from that experience. Sometimes you can't write people letters because sometimes their wife gonna get mad, and then they gonna think that their marriage and their family is about to get separated. So let's go backwards. What are some effective marketing techniques that you use to attract clients?
Well, I will say two of the main things are like social media, and then like I've done my like fair share with calling. I do think like, especially if it's like something that you would sit down and do every day, I feel like it can be effective for sure, and it has been effective for me. Also with the social media, like I feel like it's good, especially like Instagram and Facebook, because it's all connected. For me, all the parents are on like Facebook and stuff like that. When I post something on Instagram, I make sure that I put it on Facebook too. And I got me like a pretty good client off of that. So that was cool.
I was just going to ask that. So outside of obviously getting help from your mom, what do you feel is the most effective strategy to get your own leads? So to new agents that want to generate leads, but they don't have a future Davis in their life, what would you tell them to do?
Get a future Davis.
Yeah.
Duh.
But I feel like when you're a new agent, you should just try all types of things. Like I do open houses, like just try all types of things so you can just get used to being an agent, doing agent things, and so you don't know who you're gonna meet, who's gonna walk in, who you're gonna talk to today. You could really get you a client. So
And I think that's how you figure out like what you like. That's just like with you, with me, and everybody in between. You have to try out different things. I tried the calling. That wasn't really my thing. I did start Destiny off with calling because I feel like it's something that you should know how to do. It's an asset to your business as a real estate agent. But I like door knocking. She doesn't really like door knocking. I'm trying to do the social media thingy thing, but she's younger, so she's more inclined to
Mhm.
actually enjoy social media and posting on social media. And I'm sure you had to figure out what works for you. One thing that me and you have in common is we work that sphere. She's younger, so she's trying to create a sphere.
Right.
We had one, so that helped me a lot, and I'm sure that helped you a lot.
So speaking of spheres, I gave like all of my downline, my mentees, I gave them a challenge this week, like right before going into the 4th of July holiday. I'm like, hey, here's a little message. Went on ChatGPT, came up with a quick little message. Text this to every single contact in your phone. And I guarantee you, I promise you, you'll come up with some business before the holiday or before this weekend is over with.
Right.
Do I think they did it? I don't know. But I was just like, there's so many different ways. Like there's not just one way to make money in real estate, like whether it be door knocking, whether it
Right.
be cold calling, whether it be, tapping into that sphere of influence. For me, social media has been like my biggest blessing. And then
Okay.
just having that sphere and tapping back in to the
Right.
clients that you have closed, because those are your biggest, usually, except for her, instance, those are usually your biggest cheerleaders. Like
Right.
they'll brag, they'll make posts about you, and they'll tell people about you. So it just kind of keeps the funnel, flowing.
She's trying to do to me what I was doing to you, like take my clients. Like, well, when we move, or you guys sell the house, I should be listing the home. And Jamaica, when you buy a house, I'm gonna be your realtor. Even with her dad, I can tell, like, which is fine. Please sell your dad a house. But I can tell she's like, like this is my client now.
Oh well,
Yeah.
that's karma for you, because Future thinks she's
What
supposed to get
else?
all my clients that I referred to her
it's
when
a
I was a
couple
lender
people I
only.
think I need to get from you that you probably would have got.
Oh, she said probably would have. Look at her. Speaking into
Everybody know.
existence.
Everybody know who the it girl is, and if you know,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay, so another question: what advice would you give to other young aspiring realtors? Like tips for young people considering a career in real estate that maybe are scared to take that leap of faith.
I would just say just do it, just try it out, because like it's not like you have to go to school for months at a time or something and get some type of degree. All you have to do is just take the 1 week class. The class, I think mine was like 3 something. I used the graduation gift that I got to pay for it. It was a 1 week class. All you really have to do, the hardest part, which isn't even really hard, you just have to be able to lock in and have discipline to study and then pass your test. And I would say I would just say go for it. I would just say go for it.
I tell people that all the time. Like, it's cheap enough to try. When they ask me about real estate, you have to commit. I try to save that for later, like the in-depth conversation
Mhm.
about what to expect once you get your license and how much work you'll have to put in, because it is cheap enough to try.
Mhm.
It
I don't
is.
want to discourage anybody from doing it. Just, you gotta work. You should know that already. And then once you get your license, we'll have that real conversation like you and I had
Yeah.
about what's what. But
Mhm.
I think I told you, like, it's cheap enough to try. If you like it,
I
pursue
definitely
it.
stole that. I tell people that all
Yeah.
the time. My cousin just asked me about real estate, and even my mom. Like, I'm always sending everybody my affiliate link. Like, all you got to do is take this class. Go ahead,
Right.
click here, and we'll go over what's next after that. But that's the first step. If you can't get past the first step, it's no sense in us going into details about everything else if you aren't willing to do the first thing, which is take the class. So you take the class, and then you got to put in the work. But
That's a whole
that's
nother story.
that's the challenging part.
But
Passing the class is not that difficult. It's the work that you have to put into it, the dedication that you have to have, because otherwise you're just paying for a license and not using it.
What is it? It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah,
Go look at episode 6. We give you a breakdown of what you should be doing as a new agent.
definitely. Okay, and then future goals. No pun
No
intended.
pun intended.
Future goals and aspirations. What would you say are your short-term goals and your long-term goals?
I mean, long-term goals, I just want to be, a really successful agent that, like I feel like where my mom is at the point, like the amount of work that she's put in, like if she was to stop going to work for a little bit, like I don't even want to say it, but like she will still get calls every day. Like she would still be getting, people trying to work with her. I just want to get to that point where it's like, I'm kind of established enough, you know, in the real estate industry. But for short term goals, I'm just trying to, lock in all the way, like I said, do better with my time blocking, be a little bit more disciplined and stuff like that. But I would say basically, just getting more established.
Do you have any short-term financial
I was
goals,
just about to say that.
like
Like,
a dollar
how
amount?
much money
or
do you want to make your first full year real estate? How much money do you want to make that year?
I mean, I don't really know if I have a number on it. Maybe I
She
should.
got a number on it. Say the number.
I really just want to make a lot though.
What's a lot?
Enough so that I can do whatever I want.
and what does that look like?
What does that look like?
For me, what that looks like is getting my hair done whenever I want, getting my nails done whenever I want. If I want to buy some clothes, buy something, I can do that.
You doing that right now though,
That's what I'm
Destiny.
saying. Like if I want to go on a trip though, stuff like that, I want to be able to actually do that and not like hurt my pockets. Like
That's so cute.
It is cute.
That's so cute.
like on my own.
Okay, so long term. So you mentioned like you want to kind of be on a level that your mom is, where she can kind of coast if she needed to, right? But we know she's been in this game 10 years.
Mhm.
Is this something that you see yourself doing for the next 10 years? Or like, is it just something you just kind of testing the waters? What are you thinking?
I don't know if I'm like still testing the waters. See, maybe I just need to think more about these things, but really I'm just like, I'm just doing it right now. I'm still kind of like trying to get the hang of it all the way. I got my license in February. Yeah, in February or late January. I know I want to keep doing it for a while. Forever, I don't know, but
So she's just going with the flow. She's figuring it out. And you're still young. So you
Yeah.
have time to figure it out. If you decided next month you want to do something else, like I'm sure your mom will support you. So.
Yeah, she has free reign to do whatever she wants to do.
And so before we wrap it up, Future, I know this episode was more so dedicated to Destiny, but what do you have to say? Do you have any stories or experiences or anything you want to share for those parents that are thinking about going into business as a family? Like, how has that been for you transitioning from being a sole or solo agent to now having multiple people in your family that are realtors?
I'm definitely proud of Destiny because it takes a lot of bravery to bet on yourself. You and I are going to discuss that. So that made me proud that she was willing to see if she had what it takes to be a realtor. Destiny know what I'm gonna say. The only thing that I want Destiny to do is what she pretty much spoke on, and that's really just locking in with her business. Destiny will give me like a lot of back and forth about why she shouldn't be doing things, and it's very confusing to me because I'm like, I'm the one who made over $300,000 last year. Like,
Should probably take your advice.
you probably should listen to what I have to say. Like, I scale every year, literally.
I listen to what you tell me though. I do listen.
I want to hear the lies
I do
clearly
listen,
into
yeah.
the mic.
I listen to what she tells me.
I have to hear
She
it.
just thinks because she my mom, she do extra stuff that's irritating. Sorry, but like it's okay. But like she don't understand. Like I understand why she's on me like she is.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Do you think she treats you differently than the rest of the team?
She definitely does. But
Is that to your advantage though?
I would say because
Yes or no?
yes.
Yeah, because I have like we're at home together. So when we're prospecting in the morning, if somebody doesn't hop on, I can text them. But if they don't respond, I have to assume that they sleep or they ignoring me. I can go in Destiny's room like, hey, get up. It's 9:00. It's time for us to start prospecting. So, I think that she verbalizes that it's a con, but I think that she does know that it's important. And she sometimes act like she appreciates me. I don't know. I'm confused.
Wow, that makes me sad because I appreciate you a lot. I'm just like, I don't know what it is.
I'll tell her something. You're upsetting me. You're making me mad. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you what you need to do to get some money.
I appreciate her and I be listening to her, but like I don't really know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just mean. I don't know.
Yeah, she a little mean, and it's crazy too because I have asked, just so you know, like in the coming week, I've asked some of the people on the team, and even LaTrease. I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I've never told you anything wrong. If I told you something has worked for
Won't
me,
they say I'm mean or something?
no, I just be telling like I wish I would talk to Destiny because she's not. They are really just working with me, and we all care about each other, but it's a professional setting where I have helped them in a business, and they have saw the growth in their business based on them listening to what I'm telling them to do and following my direction. So maybe it'll make you feel more confident. The money I make alone is not enough to make you confident. So maybe hearing other realtors say that the information I've given them has made them better realtors will make you trust me a little bit more.
This is the third thing though. You told me y'all was talking about me about like y'all was having a whole conversation about me that day.
Yeah.
I see. I wasn't even think about y'all.
Now it's turning into reality TV.
And the mess begins. So, okay, another question, because I don't feel like you really answered that question, Future. I don't know. Y'all just went into your own little tangent.
Okay, so wait.
How does it feel going from not working with your daughter to working with your daughter?
I enjoy working with my daughter because it's my daughter. She got my back. If I need something done, I know if I give her the right instruction, it's going to be done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it's frustrating to have to convince her. I feel like a lot of times I'm trying to convince her that I know what I'm talking about when the proof is in the pudding. Look around.
Okay. That's honest. I feel like even when you're working with a family member on a transaction, sometimes you'll get a little bit of pushback just because it's easy to do that when it's somebody you're comfortable with.
Right.
So another question, we asked her what was her goals and she said just to make a lot of money. Do you have personal goals for your daughter? Because I can see myself, like, even though Ashton is only 2 years old, I can see, like, as soon as he turned 18, sir, this is how much you're going to make this year. Like, and he's not even anywhere near. So with her already being in this industry, do you have personal goals for her as your child?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her like that first full year to get acclimated, and she's been doing decent. She makes pretty good money. I'm sure she makes more money than hell a lot of like adult full-time realtors because she's consistently closing. We just have to keep her on that ball. But that next year I really want her to go crazy because I know the money you can make in real estate. Like, I feel like second year, bare minimum, she should be bringing in at least like $15,000 a month, like bare minimum, because you got like, I know what I know, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I know what I know, and I've done it for years. Scaled from making 5 to making 10 to making 25 to making 30 to making $50,000 like regularly a month. So if I can,
so her first full year in real estate, I just expect her to make like
no.
$200,000.
She doesn't have to do her first full year. I'm gonna let her do her thing. So like right now we tussling. I'd have to make sure she's willing to do what I need her to do for that to even be obtainable. So like right now I'm letting her lay back. I'm just trying to teach her the business so she can be a great agent because like I know if she is a great agent to her clients, that's going to help her to make more money. So right now I'm not just trying to push her like, okay, you need to make this, you need to make this. She need to make enough to be able to pay her car insurance, to get her hair done because she's a young adult, to pay her phone bill. We've been saving some money for her as of recently, and I'm starting her IRA, like stuff that she should just be doing to be responsible for a 19-year-old young woman. But no, after year 1, I need her to turn up. Like,
so what if she says like, mommy, I'm okay with making 75,000? Like,
I'll tell her, she's okay. But I just watched the Cosby Show this morning. My husband is 40. He'll be 41. I don't know. No, but the Cosby Show is good. But the Cosby Show was on this morning, and Theo, it was the episode. You familiar with the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
When Theo was getting bad grades, and he went and talked to him, he's like, Dad, why won't you just let me? That's the dumbest thing. And he had the Monopoly board there, and he's like, I'm just, because he's a doctor, the mom is a lawyer. He's like, no, I'm just gonna have a regular job. So he was like, you gonna have a regular job. So he's like, okay, well, how much do you think that you're gonna make? Now, for you who don't know, look it up. The Cosby Show is a very old show. He's like, I'm gonna make $250 a week. He said, we're gonna pay you $350 a week. So he gives him a month worth of money. He's like, regular people get taxed the most. So he took the money for taxes.
Mhm.
That's the truth. He said, you know, where are you gonna live? And he's like, Manhattan, you need at least 300. He's like, I'm gonna live in what's right next door, Connecticut. And he's like, well, $200. And they broke it down. When they broke it down, they were broke. And I said that to say, like, Destiny is used to a certain lifestyle. And if she's willing to like scale back and she's like, I can be happy with A, B, C, and D, I support her. But if she's just being lazy and don't want to do the work, that would be a problem for me. Like if she's like, I'm at peace, I want to go do my Pilates, I make enough money to have an apartment, I'm okay with my car that I have now, I just really want to make enough money to live and focus on my mental health, I'm cool with that. But if she's just doing the bare minimum to get by because she does not want to work harder or, you know, push herself, that would be a problem for me with any of my children, inside of real estate or outside of real estate.
That makes sense. Did either of you have any other stories about mother-daughter deals or just real estate experiences in general that y'all wanted to share? Did you have any other than the crazy man that thought you wanted to break up his household?
He was crazy. I don't have anything specific, probably some little stuff, but it is nice though, like having her be my mom, because when anything really happens, she can just go call somebody, or she is so good with like telling me if what I need to say. Like people on a team will ask me like, what should they do or what should they say to their client? I'll be like, you need to really ask my mom, because I know she will have the most perfect thing to say. I always say that.
Well, thank you, Destiny.
Your mama's Chat GPT.
Yeah, I'm really like
5.0
for real of a team, the Chat GPT of the team, but it's cool. I like it. I like working with my baby.
Oh, it's so cute. I can't wait. I hope Ashton doesn't say, F you, mommy, I'm not doing real estate.
You make
So
money.
I don't think so.
Everybody, when people around you see you making money, and I'm happy selling real estate. Me and LaTrease, we bicker, but I think LaTrease know. Now, like I really enjoy selling real estate. I really enjoy my business. I enjoy everything that I'm building. I just get tingly thinking about it.
Me too.
I love it.
And warm and fuzzies.
I get warm and fuzzy thinking about it. And I think that Destiny saw that. And at the same time, I ride first class. You know, I go where I want to go. I go and buy a bag. So, you know, they're going to be interested. Now, maybe, you know, once you jump in, we have to see if they like it or not. But I think everybody, like, let me see. If you see, my husband got his license.
Yeah. I keep telling Nick to get his.
He should. It's cheap enough to try.
It's just like, even with all, the hardest part is really just having like some discipline. You are not doing no serious hard work. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
It's not manual labor.
Yeah, it's not manual labor.
Yeah, it's nothing. Like, you can sit down.
It's mental. It's mental labor.
It's mental.
And really think about and organize what you need to do. And that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment below with any other additional episodes that you want to see us touch on, and maybe even people that you would like to see us collaborate with for future episodes.
For sure. Thank you so much, Destiny, because I know you were tired from the photo shoot. So I really appreciate you. You did a great job.
You did. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.